Hey guys, Suburban Home Nut here, and today we are going to be ironing a shirt. Very, very important skill to have. And this is very true for the young men out there. Maybe you have a job interview, you have a special event coming up, and you want to be wrinkle-free and look your best. We're going to take care of that, and I hope this video helps you out. So let's get going. First thing that I want to do is talk about the ironing board. As you can see, it's wider up there, and it gets tapered down here. That's for a very important reason. These used to be called skirt boards. When the women would iron their skirts, they would put it right here. Obviously the waist was a little bit smaller, and so they could put the skirt up here and it would flare out that way. It would make it easier to iron. I would say about maybe 80 to 90% of your ironing is going to be on this side. Let's go ahead and talk about the iron. Here we have the cord. It's a retractable cord. We have the handle. Of course, we have the bottom of the iron. It gets really, really hot, so we want to stay away from that. We have a dial right here that can give you a few functions. As you can see, that's off. And then we turn it, and that goes to synthetics. That's silk and wool. And then we have the cotton. This little steam mark right here is what we're going to be using. We have two buttons right here. The right one right here is to squirt out water, which comes out of the end right here. The left one right here is for steam. So when we push that one, steam will come out the bottom. We have another control. If we roll it forward, that's for steam, and then we can roll it backward, and that's no steam. And this area is where we add the water. So we open it up and we can just add water right there. Now it's important the type of water that we use in this. What we want to use is RO water, reverse osmosis, or distilled water. We want to try to stay away from tap water or well water. A lot of times there's sediments in there, calcium hardness, and that could eventually clog up your iron. So we fill this up with a little bit of water. Really don't need too much. You can see that we have the water about right there. We're going to turn the dial to steam and plug it in. We can see the light on right there, so we know that our iron is heating up. As the iron is heating up, we want to keep it in the upright position, not like that. Because you can hear that? We don't want that, so we want to keep it in the upright position. The iron gets really hot, and if we just leave it right there, maybe the phone rings, maybe the dog, something happens, and you might forget it, and it's going to burn a hole. All right, guys, let's get going. First, take the button side, make sure everything is flat. I know I'm going to say that 10,000 times throughout this video, but it's true. We take the iron, little bit of pressure, and we go in between each button, not to put the iron on the button, because it may break it, may melt it, and we don't want that. So get that all up in there. Then from there, we turn it. We're doing this by thirds, all right? So we take that, go all the way up. A little bit of pressure down. Here we go. Actually quarters. So this shirt, we have a crease right here. So we want to make sure that we get that. And I'm going to bring it in here in just a second. You come up here, we get that crease, and then go all the way down. Just like that. I want to bring in here for just a second. We can see there's two creases right here, and they kind of naturally open about maybe 6-7 inches down from, I believe this is called the yoke right here, the bottom of the yoke, but 6-7 inches down. So what we want to do is we want to level this off. Last thing that we want is one big long crease right here and then kind of a short one right there. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to try to find where it naturally or separates there. Then we're going to take the iron and just kind of work it like that. Just ever so slightly. That way these two sides are nice and even. Again, that way you don't have one big long crease coming down this way, and then one is up there. From there, you flip the shirt around, again, nice and flat. Start at the top and work our way down. And take the side with the pocket, that would be the left side, I believe. Take the iron, then work it down, getting those buttonholes, getting the pocket, a little bit of pressure right there. I want to bring you in on this. This little seam right here can have a little flap kind of right there. So what we don't want to do, well, what we want to do is we want to, again, keep it flat. That's what I'm saying for the 10,000th time. We want to keep that flat so it doesn't poke up or anything. And come up all the way. There you go. Next is the collar. We're going to open the collar up. Do that, then fold it so we have a nice straight line right there. That looks good. We can do the shoulders next. Put that on there. This is why this tapered part is so handy, because it allows you to do this. That looks good. We put it through the arm. Flatten that out. Now the crease in the arm, a lot of these dress shirts, they have a seam right there. That's what you want to line up. So you hold it right there. That's where the seam is. You'll just follow that all the way down, keeping that flat. And we just start right here and work our way down. Bring that up a little bit, and then we can get the bottom part right here. Get that little area right here. And we open this up and iron the inside of it. Then next, we want to keep this flat. What we don't want to do is have that flared up like that. We want to keep that nice and level. Okay, there's a button there, so you want to be careful around the button. Then the other side. And on this sleeve, there's a pleat right here. So once again, we kind of see where it opens up naturally. You know, it opens up maybe 3-4 inches down. So we just keep that flat like that. And just tap it in right there. That looks nice right there. Then we flip it over and we do the same thing to the other side. Here's our seam, and that's where we want the crease to be. Get that flat, like that. There's the seam, there's the crease. We take it, give it a little bit of pressure to get the bottom part, just kind of quickly there. Once again, we have a crease here, or a pleat, whichever you prefer. You see kind of where it naturally opens up. Looks to be about maybe right here or so. So we just kind of open that up right there. And I'm just using this area right here. I'm not using the whole thing, just using the tip. Just kind of work that in there. That way you have a nice pleat right here, but you don't have such a massive crease going all the way down here. And flip it over, do the same thing to the other side. Push that down. There's another pleat right here. Just gonna use the tip right there just to get that in there. You can get the bottom right here. Pulling it tight. You open this up. Again, you don't need to use the whole iron. Again, I'm just using just a third of it right there. Not a big deal. Then fold it. Lining that up. You want the holes to line up with the buttons. Have that nice and flat right there. There's one level. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of steam. There you go. All right, folks, that looks pretty good. A freshly ironed shirt, ready for, who knows, job interview, a night out, business function. You young men out there, let me know what you think. Best of luck to you, and have a great day.